What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and Marvel is going in a direction that I think a lot of fans are really going to enjoy. And that is kind of a darker path, which we need for the darker side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is about to become a much more prominent side of the MCU that we see. And we've already started to see it a little bit. We got Werewolf by Night, which was definitely darker. And I myself don't typically like scary or horror-esque genre types of movies or shows, but I actually quite enjoyed that special. And I am really looking forward to the darker side of the MCU that's coming with Blade, that's coming with the dark magic that Agatha Coven of Chaos is going to bring, and more monsters and horror-esque type of films and projects. And for a lot of people who have been wanting more mature content from Marvel Studios and just superhero content in general, well, Marvel and Disney is going to be giving us that. In a new report, we have learned that Marvel Studios is essentially going to be diving deep into the rated R side of some of these characters that are known to be rated R characters in the comics. Like Moon Knight, I think we all know some pretty famous Moon Knight cussing quotes, and that is a part of who the character is. Well, at least one of them with Moon Knight, since he's got several personalities. But this is great because it's going to allow Marvel to dive fully into the characters, who they truly are. Like Deadpool, you can't really have a PG-13 Deadpool. I mean, you can, but it's not exactly the same, is it? Deadpool needs to be raunchy and kind of over the top. Plus, we're not just talking about swearing here, we're talking about violence. If you're gonna have a Deadpool versus Wolverine film, there's definitely going to be a lot of gory violence. We've already seen Logan, we've seen the other two Deadpool films. We basically know how the films should be, not watered down. And this is true for all of the other projects that could be rated either TV mature or rated R. Now, we haven't really heard much about the Daredevil series. However, one thing that people have been talking about is how the Netflix Daredevil series was rated TV mature. And that series is loved by many fans. And people are scared that the mouse is gonna kind of try to tame this and water it down a little bit, and it's not going to be the same caliber as the Netflix Daredevil show was, when it is the same characters. And that's the issue right there. Since it's all the same characters, for the most part, it's all the same lead characters, it has to be at the same caliber. It has to kind of be the same, if not even better. And if you take away all the gruesome fight scenes, all those graphic details that we saw in the Netflix series, it's just not going to be the same. Now, here's where it actually gets pretty interesting. We already knew that some of the movies were going to be rated R. However, according to this recent report from the insider Can We Get Some Toast, Marvel shows are also going to be allowed to be TV mature. The exact report is Disney is allowing Marvel to develop TV mature material on Disney Plus. So that's pretty big, because make this distinction in your head. For what they wanted to do before, if it was TV mature, if they had anything like that, they would go to Hulu. They would put it on Hulu, right? They don't want it on Disney. They don't want it associated really with that kid family friendly name. So they would put it on Hulu. And we thought it would kind of be the same for Marvel. However, according to this new report, we are going to be getting TV mature shows. And it's not like TV mature is that bad. It's 17 and up. But it is going to allow these shows to kind of reach their full potential if necessary. Obviously, they're not going to go out and seek a TV mature rating, but if the character and the scenes and the sequences call for it, they can do it. I'm not expecting a rated R Spider-Man movie or a rated TV mature Spider-Man show. They don't need to do that. That's not in the character. Although we have seen some pretty brutal fight scenes from Spider-Man. But a lot of things are going to happen in the MCU soon that could actually require a different rating, and this does allow Marvel Studios to kind of go all out with it. For example, Mephisto is about to enter the MCU, according to a report from Variety. And Mephisto is pretty much the devil. He's a demon that rules over the Hell Dimension. And according to some insiders, he's going to be appearing in multiple projects throughout the MCU. So you can probably imagine some scenarios where some scenes with Mephisto would probably be a bit much for a PG-13 rating. After all, Mephisto is one of the foes of Doctor Strange, and we already saw Multiverse of Madness, and that was PG-13, but imagine if that was rated R. I'm not saying that it needed to be, but perhaps they went further with that, with the demons and with the Hell Realm. Well, they could take it further now. And it's been said that Mephisto will show up in some Disney Plus shows as well. Agatha Coven of Chaos is one that he's rumored to show up in, and right now we don't know what that's going to be rated. We do know it's going to talk about the Darkhold, and dark magic is going to be a pretty big aspect of that show. So it could be TV mature, although it is coming off of WandaVision, so maybe not. But the point is, Marvel Studios can essentially now do what they want. They're not restricted, and they have the freedom to make shows what they want them to be without being held down by the mouse. And this kind of completes the full picture here, because they were already going to do this in the MCU with movies, and now they can do it for their shows. And there has been a recent report that states that the Punisher is also going to be getting his own Disney Plus show, and he is also going to be appearing in the Daredevil series as well. He's going to make his debut, or re-debut, or whatever you want to call it, his reincarnation into the MCU in the Daredevil series. So we already know the TV mature rating is appropriate for Daredevil because it was before, and the same with the Punisher. The Punisher Netflix series was amazing, and now that Disney is allowing Marvel to make TV mature content, it doesn't mess with the integrity of what made the show so dang good in the first place. Because let's be honest, a lot of us were worried that they were gonna tone it down for Disney Plus, and that even though we still have the same actors playing the same iconic characters, John Bernthal, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, if they limit their characters and stifle them, it's not gonna be the same. But now they are. Now we really kind of don't have to worry. It's all up to Kevin Feige now what happens. Now, it is important to note that I don't think they're going to go too overboard with the swearing, with the exception, of course, of Deadpool 3. I'm sure every now and then there's going to be movies like that, but I think most of why Marvel Studios wants TV mature content and rated R content, like for the upcoming Blade movie, is so that they can actually have the violence that they need to have. Blade cuts people in half. Deadpool stabs people, he cuts them in half as well, shoots them in the head. Wolverine jams his claws through people's faces. That's what it's really about at its core. Being true to the characters and what they do, not just to throw a million F-bombs out there. Remember, everything that Kevin Feige does is very carefully planned, and he's not just going to start to make everything rated R or TV mature just for the heck of it. It's all part of the master plan of the MCU to make those darker movies the way that they're supposed to be, and the darker, more brutal shows how they're supposed to be as well. And with movies like Blade, Deadpool, The Midnight Suns, and shows like Daredevil and The Punisher, and characters like Mephisto coming into the MCU, all this does is allow Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige to get these characters right. Don't expect a Miss Marvel season 2 that's going to be rated TV mature. That's not how this works. They're simply getting the freedom to do the characters the right way. And I, for one, am excited, really excited about this. Marvel Studios has the freedom to do what they want, and that is always a great thing. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Don't forget about our giveaway. We are starting a new monthly giveaway. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below for your chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner picks one item, and we pick a winner at the end of every month. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.